season replays, fantasy drafts, ultimate creative leagues, and what if tournament. It's Coffee Cup Games with the coach, DKM. Hey, this is Coach DK with Coffee Cup Games. Hope you guys are having a good one. We're going to do an interesting game today. Since 1931, when they began doing the MVP award, only one time in the history of Major League Baseball has there been a co-MVP in one of the leagues. And that happened in 1979 in the National League when there were two MVP winners. And that was when Willie Stargell of the Pittsburgh Pirates and Keith Hernandez of the St. Louis Cardinals both won the National League MVP. During his 1979 campaign, Willie Stargell hit .281, had 32 home runs, and knocked in 82 RBIs while scoring 60 runs. He had a .352 on-base percentage and a .552 slugging percentage. Keith Hernandez from the St. Louis Cardinals hit .344. He had 11 home runs, knocked in 105 RBIs, and scored 116 runs. He had a .417 on-base percentage and a .513 slugging percentage. And so today we are going to have a battle of the two National League MVPs from 1979, as we are going to have the We Are Family Pittsburgh Pirates versus the St. Louis Cardinals. And now for the starting lineups. For the 1979 Pittsburgh Pirates, who ended up winning the National League East pennant, advancing to the World Series, and winning the World Series over the Baltimore Orioles in 7 games, they are going to have Moreno in center field leading off. Foley, the shortstop, will be batting second. Dave Parker, the right fielder, will be batting third. Willie Stargell will be batting fourth in the cleanup spot, and he'll be playing first base. Matlock, the third baseman, will be batting fifth. Milner will be in left field, batting sixth. Garner, the second baseman, batting seventh. And Ott, the catcher, will be batting eighth. On the mound will be Bert Blyleven. Blyleven went 12-5 with a 3.60 ERA. He was the team's most common starter with 37 games started. For the St. Louis Cardinals, they will have Lou Brock in left field leading off. Gary Templeton, the shortstop, will be batting second. Keith Hernandez, the first baseman, will be batting third. Hendrick will be batting fourth. He is in right field. Simmons, the catcher, will be batting fifth. Reitz, the third baseman, batting sixth. Oberkfell will be batting seventh, playing second base. Scott, the center fielder, batting eighth. And on the mound will be Pete Vukovich. Pete Vukovich went 15-10 in 1979. He had a 3.59 ERA, and he started 32 games. You may know Pete Vukovich probably most famously, in my opinion, not for a Cy Young Award that he won, but for his role in the movie Major League, where he was Clu Haywood. Clu Haywood was the New York Yankees power hitter who was the great nemesis for Rick Wild Thing Vaughn. But in this one, he's the starting pitcher for the St. Louis Cardinals. So let's jump into this battle between the 1979 Pittsburgh Pirates, led by MVP Willie Stargell, and the 1979 St. Louis Cardinals, led by MVP Keith Hernandez. But before we do, I'm going to ask you guys to do me a big favor. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and lastly, feel free to leave any comments, questions, or suggestions down below in the comment section. So now, let's go ahead and jump in to determine who was the best MVP from 1979 in the National League. And welcome to Busch Stadium. It is July 4th. That was the date that we chose. It is an average afternoon. And so you can see that left-handers will have a lot of chance for singles, not any chances for home runs. Right-handers, 1 to 12 for singles, 1 to 3 for home runs. We will be managing the St. Louis Cardinals just because, hey, to put Clay Haywood, a.k.a. Pete Vukovich, on the mound and be able to manage him as well as managing the MVP Keith Hernandez, thought would be pretty fun. So let's go ahead and let's get started. First up is going to be Moreno, the center fielder. He had .282 with 8 home runs. And so here's the pitch by Vukovich. And he is going to start off with a ground ball to second base. That's going to be 1 down. Next up is the shortstop Foley. He hit 288 in 1979. He's going to start off with a pop-up to Oberkfell at second. That's going to be 2 down. And now Dave Parker's up. He hit 310 with 25 home runs. Led the team in average. And he's going to be strikeout. So a good first inning by St. Louis as Pittsburgh goes down 1-2-3. Here we go now. Cardinals up to bat. Lou Brock hit 304. He's going to start off. He needs a 1-3. He's not going to get his in 9, so that's going to be a double. So right off the bat, Lou Brock gets on base. And now Gary Templeton is up, the shortstop. He needs a 1-3. He's going to get a 13. We are definitely going to be sending Brock home, and they're going to hit the cutoff man, not going to try to get him out. So Templeton ends up with an RBI single. We're going to try to steal, as the Cardinals did definitely have a lot of speed, and Templeton's going to take second base on a stolen base. And now the MVP, Keith Hernandez, is up. Keith Hernandez is going to hit a fly ball to right field. Parker with an amazing arm. But we are still going to try to advance to third. You're out! And he is going to be thrown out. What a throw. That -5 arm. Whew, a 20 is the only thing that's going to get him out. And that's what ended up happening in Super Advance. And now Hendrick is up the right fielder. He had 16 home runs, hit 300. He's going to hit a ground ball to Matlock at third for the third out. But we do get a run right off the bat as we lead 1-0. Here's the MVP, Willie Stargell. Here's the pitch by Vukovich, and Stargell's going to hit a ground ball to Oberkfell. That's going to be 1 down. And now Matlock, the third baseman, hit 14 home runs. He's going to hit a fly ball to center field. And that's going to be 2 down. And now Milner, the left fielder, is up. And he's going to rip a single opposite field in the left field. So that's going to be their first runner. And now Garner is up. And Garner is going to hit a ground ball to Templeton, who's going to throw it to second for the easy fielder's choice. And so that's going to end the inning. And now Simmons, Ted Simmons, the catcher's up. He had 26 home runs, led the team in 1979. He's going to draw a walk as Bert Blyleven is really struggling in this first few innings. And now Reitz is up. The third baseman hit 268 with 8 home runs. He's going to ground ball to Garner's left-handed side. So Simmons able to take second, but they get the easy out at first. And now Oberkfell, the second baseman's up. He hit 301 in 1979. He's going to fly ball to Parker in right field. We're going to try to go again, and we are just going to go ahead and hold, as it's a good throw by Parker. We think we would learn our lesson not to test him. But now Scott is up, the center fielder. He is going to hit a fly ball to Moreno in center field, and that is going to end the inning as we don't get any runs, leaving a runner stranded in scoring position. Top of the third, Ott, the catcher, is up. He had 273 with 7 home runs. He's going to ground ball to Oberkfell, who's not the best defender, but he does have a good enough glove to be able to get the play and get the out at first. So 1 down, and now Blyleven is up, the pitcher, and he's going to be struck out. The second strikeout by Pete Vukovich. And now top of the order, here's Moreno, the center fielder, and he's going to be struck out. Brilliant. So 3 strikeouts for Vukovich early on in this one. Bottom of the third now, Vukovich at bat. Bert Blyleven trying to see if he can get him out. He's going to get Vukovich to hit a fly ball to Parker, and he's going to make an out there, as that's going to be 1 down. And now Lou Brock, who doubled in the first inning, is going to be up. He needs a 1-3 again. He's going to get a double. My man! And so he is, for the second time, on second base. And now Templeton's up, who singled in Brock in the first inning. And Templeton needs a 1-3. He's going to get a 19. So that 6-5 roll has been playing out great as Lou Brock scores. And Templeton is on second with now the MVP, Keith Hernandez, who hit a fly ball last time, and this time he's going to rip a single down the line, and that is going to be an RBI as Templeton scores from second, as Hernandez, the MVP, gets an RBI. And now Hendrick is up, and he's going to hit a fly ball at the center field, and unfortunately he is going to be out of the game with an injury, so we're going to have to find a replacement in right field for Hendrick. So Mumphrey will come in to play right field for Hendrick, who got injured, and now Simmons, the catcher, is up. Again, he had 26 home runs, led the team in home runs. And here's the pitch, and it's going to be a pop out to Willie Stargell at first, and that's going to end the inning. So after 3 innings, it is going to be Pittsburgh with 0 runs. They have 1 hit, has not committed an error, and St. Louis has 3 runs on 5 hits, has not committed an error. Top of the 4th, Foley, the shortstop, up. He popped out earlier in the 1st inning, and this time he's going to hit by a pitch. Vukovich, who has 3 strikeouts, lost his control there and crushed Foley in the back. So here we go. Now Parker is up, the right fielder. Hit .310 with 25 home runs. He's going to hit a fly ball to Scott in center field. That's going to be 1 down. And here's the MVP, Willie Stargell, 281 with 32 home runs. And he needs a 1 to 13. Unfortunately, he's going to get a 14, but it will be good enough for a single, as that's going to put runners on the corner. So both Stargell and Hernandez have singles in their last at bat. And now Matlock, the third baseman, is up. He had 298 with 14 home runs. He's going to hit a pop out to Oberkfell. So that's going to be 2 down. Vukovich might get out of this one. Here's Milner, the left fielder. He hit a single his last at bat, and it's going to be a strikeout. So Vukovich, with his 4th strikeout in 4 innings, gets out of that one. With 1 out, bases on the corners, he gets a pop out and then a key strikeout. So we go to the bottom of the 4th. Here is Reach, the third baseman, hit 268 with 8 home runs. He's going to hit a ground ball to Matlock, a third. That's going to be 1 down. And now Oberkfell, the second baseman's up. He needs a 1 to 5. He's not going to get it, so it's going to be a line out to Foley at short for the 2nd out. And now Ott is up, who flew out in the 2nd inning, and he's going to be strikeout. So that was a quick 1, 2, 3 inning. Top of the 5th, Garner, the second baseman, is up to 7, 8, and 9 hitters. But Garner needs a 1 to 8. He's going to get a 10, so it will be good enough for a single. And so Garner leads off the 5th inning with the team's 3rd hit, and it is on first with no outs, and Ott, the catcher, is up. And Ott's going to hit a fly ball to Scott in center field. That's going to be 1 down, and now Blyleven is up, the pitcher. And he's going to pop it up behind home plate. And Ted Simmons is able to pull that one in foul territory for the 2nd out. And now Moreno's up. He has a ground out and he's been struck out. Garner cannot get a good lead. And Moreno's going to hit a ground ball to first to Hernandez. And that's going to be the 3rd out. So bottom of the 5th, Vukovich is up, the pitcher. And he's going to be strikeout, as I believe that might be the 3rd strikeout for Blyleven. And now Brock is up. He has 2 doubles in this game. He needs a 1 to 5, and he is going to get a 5, as this one's going to be a possible home run.
You can't touch this.
And is going to be a home run, as it was a 5, so it's right on the line for a home run Rob rule. But Moreno cannot get it as we roll a 3. So Lou Brock showing that maybe he should have been the MVP based off of this game alone, as he is 3 for 3, bunch of runs, home run, and now St. Louis leads 4-0. Now Gary Templeton's up, who has 2 RBIs in the game with a single and a double. He's going to hit a fly ball to Milner in left field, who does not have very good range, but he does get there for the 2nd out. And now Hernandez is up. He's going to hit one down the line. Milner trying to get there, and he makes a unbelievable sliding catch right along the line in left field to rob a double. So that's going to be the 3rd out, as we now enter the top of the 6th with St. Louis leading this one 4-0. And now Foley is up. He's going to draw a walk, bringing up Dave Parker. Dave Parker is 0 for 2 today, and he's going to rip a single to Scott into center field. Scott is able to charge with the AstroTurf. He's able to get there quickly, and so Foley has to stay at 2nd. But with runners on 1st and 2nd, Willie Stargell, the co-MVP from 1979, is up. He is 1 for 2 today.
Just a bit outside.
A wild pitch, Vukovich. What are you doing, man? Vukovich pitching more like Rick Vaughn, the Wild Thing, in that play right there, instead of a future Cy Young. So now with runners on 2nd and 3rd, Do we want to walk Stargell, the MVP, and put the tying run up to bat? We are not. We're going to let Stargell hit. So here's the pitch. And it's going to be a ground ball to Templeton. Templeton's going to make a play as he gets an easy out at first. Parker goes to third. The run scores. So they get their first run, but with one out, here we go. Madlock's now up. He's going to hit a ground ball back to Templeton. Go! And this time it's going to be an error. The first error of the game is going to allow Madlock to score. And so now Milner is up to bat with still only one out. They're going to try to get a lead. They cannot. And he's going to draw a walk as Vukovic, who has been amazing the first 5 innings, is really coming apart in this one. And his defense is not helping, and now Garner's up. And Garner's going to hit a ground ball to Templeton. This is going to be a fielder's choice, not able to turn the double play. So runners on the corner with 2 out, and now Ott is up. Ott trying to see if he can keep the rally going, and he will not, as he's going to hit a fly ball to Brock in left field, and that's going to end the top of the 6th as Pittsburgh cuts the lead in half and now trail 4-2. Bottom of the 6th, Mumphrey, who came in for the injured Hendricks, is now going to get his first at bat. And he is going to hit a ground ball to Garner at second, who's going to make another great play. So that's going to be 1 down. And now Simmons, the catcher, is up. He is going to pop up to the catcher for 2 down and now reach the third baseman's up. He's going to hit a ground ball to Foley. So that's going to be a 1-2-3 inning. So after Pittsburgh gets 2 runs in the top of the 6th, St. Louis cannot respond. But St. Louis still leads this one 4-2 as Pittsburgh has 2 runs on 4 hits with no errors. St. Louis has 4 runs on 6 hits and has committed an error. So top of the 7th, Bert Blyleven is up. Vukovic is getting close to his pitch count. And they are going to bring in Lee Lacy to pinch hit, as that's going to be the end of the night for Bert Blyleven. Lacy is up. He hit .247. He's going to pop out to Oberkfell at second base, and that's going to be 1 down. And here's Moreno. He is 0 for 3, and he's going to be struck out. So 2 down, and now Foley's up. He has gotten hit by a pitch. He's walked, and he is going to walk again. So 3 times he gets on base without getting a hit. And now Parker is up. He's 1 for 3. He singled last at bat, and he's going to hit a fly ball opposite field to Humphrey. And that's going to be an out. And we go into the bottom of the 7th as we have Oberkfell, the second baseman. He is going to be up, and he's going to start off with a single. We're going to try to see if we can get a good lead here and steal the base.
He's out!
And he is picked off at first base, and that's not the way you're going to get some runs scored here. And now Scott is up, the center fielder. He is 0 for 2, and he's going to be 0 for 3. And now Vukovic is up. We're going to let him hit as he's pitching a gem of a game, and he's going to be struck out. So Romo, who came in as the relief pitcher, got 3 up, 3 down. Even though he did give up a single, he was able to pick him off. So now we go. Stargell, the MVP, is up. He is 1 for 3, and he is going to be struck out as the MVP gets struck out by Vukovic. And now Madlock is up. He is 0 for 3, and he's going to hit a fly ball into right field to Mumphrey, and that's going to be 2 down. And now Milner's up. He's 1 for 2 with a walk, and he's going to be struck out. Woo! So another strikeout for Vukovic, who is mowing down the Pittsburgh Pirates. As we enter the bottom of the 8th, Lou Brock, who's 3 for 3 with 2 doubles and a home run, having a great game, is going to get his 4th hit of the game.
Damn, I'm good.
With a single. And we're going to try to see if he can steal, and he does. Lou Brock takes second base, putting himself into scoring position. Now Gary Templeton's up. He's 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs, and he's going to be struck out as Romo knocks him out of there. And now Hernandez, the MVP, is up. He's 1 for 3. He has an RBI. He could use a hit here, but he's going to draw a walk. So runners on first and second, and now Mumphrey's up. Mumphrey only has one at bat as he came in for the injured Hendricks. He grounded out in the 6th inning. And they are going to come to the bullpen to bring in Jim Bibby to be the new relief pitcher to go against Mumphrey. And here's Mumphrey, and he's going to hit a ground ball to Robinson. He's going to throw it to second. They're not able to turn the double play, but that will be 2 outs. But runners on the corner for Simmons, the catcher, who leads the team in home runs. And he is going to pop out to third base to end the inning, as that's going to take us into the 9th inning, and we're going to bring in a relief pitcher. We are going to bring in our closer, Mark Little, to see if he can wrap this one up really good against right-handers. He's got 2 of the next 3 batters are right-handers as he's going against the 7, 8, and 9 hitters. Here is Garner, the second baseman. He is going to start off with a single. He needed a 1-7. He gets a 14. And now Ott is up. He is 0 for 3. He's going to get a single. So runners on first and third. As they are going to go to third, we're going to hit the cutoff man, keeping Ott at first, which means the tying run is on first. The winning run is up to bat, and they bring in Robinson, and Little is going to strike out Robinson. 1 down, and now Moreno is up, the left-hander. He is going to need a 1. He's going to get an 18. So it's going to be a deep fly ball, easily making a sacrifice fly. And so they are within 1 run, and now Foley is up, the right-handed hitter. And Little, this will be his last batter as he has 2 lefties coming up next. And he is going to get Foley to fly out the center field to end the game. So St. Louis and Keith Hernandez, the MVP, win this one 4-3 over Willie Stargell and the 1979 We Are Family Pittsburgh Pirates. There you go, our 1979 replay of the co-MVPs Willie Stargell and Keith Hernandez. Though Willie Stargell and the We Are Family Pittsburgh Pirates won the World Series, in this replay, Keith Hernandez comes out victorious 4-3 in this great battle. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. Until next time, this is Coach EK. Have a good one.